The Geography of Austria. The flag of Austria consists of a horizontal triband with red on both the top and bottom and white in the middle. Legend has it that after Leopold V, the Duke of Austria at the time, came back from the siege of Acre, his clothes were stained in blood. However, when he took off his belt, that part was unstained, creating the Austrian flag. The Austrian flag is one of the oldest in the world, as it was adopted in the year 1230. Austria is a landlocked country located in southern Central Europe in the Eastern Alps. Austria is bordered by 8 nations. If you were to look at a map, it may look like 7, but if you were to look closer, you will see the very tiny nation of Liechtenstein, which Austria happens to border. Austria has one border controversy, with Italy being around the South Tyrol region of Italy, which used to belong to Austria before 1919 during the Treaty of Saint-Germain, in which Austria-Hungary was broken up and Austria ceded South Tyrol to Italy. Despite it being part of Italy, most of the population of South Tyrol is Austrian, and they speak German, and most of them want to be a part of Austria. Around 3/4 of Austria's land is mountainous, being made up of the Alps, which take up most of the central and western parts of the country. The Alps are so culturally significant to Austria that if you search up Austria pictures, you're almost guaranteed to see a picture of a mountain in the Alps, despite the fact that most of Austrians live outside of the Alps. Despite the fact that the Alps are very beautiful, they're actually a very bad burden on Austria, as it causes most of the land in Austria to be uninhabitable. Even though around 40% of Austria is forested, less than 20% is actually arable. The Danube River flows through the north of the country, which has been important for trade for many years. The eastern part of Austria is made up of lowlands and plains, which is perfect for agriculture and cattle raising. As of 2022, the estimated population of Austria is around 9 million. Around 80% of Austrians identify as ethnically Austrian, while around 20% are actually from foreign nations, such as Germany and Romania. There is also a large amount of Eastern Europeans who live inside of Austria. The reason for this? The Austro-Hungarian Empire and the Habsburg dynasty. The Habsburgs were a family from Austria which influenced European history so drastically that if you're taking a course on European history, you're bound to hear the name Habsburg at least 10 times. They had extreme influence all over Europe as they married into different families, and at some point they got so powerful that they even took control in Mexico. However, today, the powerful Habsburg family of Austria is less known for their powerful influence over Europe, and more well known for their eventual descent into constant inbreeding. German is the national language of Austria, with around 89% of the population speaking it, and it's so widely spoken in Austria that the only other languages that have even a single percent are Serbian, Turkish, and Croatian. Roman Catholicism dominates the religion charts in Austria, as around 57% of Austrians adhere to it. Around 9% of Austrians adhere to Eastern Orthodox Christianity, while around 8% adhere to Islam. The average life expectancy in Austria is 82 years, with women living 6 years longer than men. Austria has sort of a love-hate relationship with all of their allies, as, to be quite honest, they either started or had an influence on both world wars. World War I due to the assassination of Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and World War II because, fun fact, the no-no mustache man was not actually German. Austria has an interesting relationship with most of Eastern Europe, as most of Eastern Europe used to be part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. They import and export a bit to Italy, however, due to the previously mentioned South Tyrol thing, it is a bit weird. However, their best business partner, both import and export-wise, along with best country friend, is considered to be Germany. To be more specific, though, the Bavarian region in southern Germany. Both Austria and Bavaria are very similar in both their culture and tradition. In conclusion, Austria is a landlocked, medium-sized country located in southern Central Europe. Thank you for watching this video on the geography of Austria.